What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to this week's edition of the Twilight 9 card. Last week for the Zurich Classic, I think we were up like 0.2 units. So not a great week, but another week in the green, which we'll always take. Never want to be losing money, always want to be winning money. So we're going to take that. This week, we have the Valspar Championship down in Tampa, Florida. Old neck of the woods for me. Went to University of South Florida. I've been to this tournament a couple times. The Copperhead course is gorgeous. Never played it, but I've walked it a lot. Love it. The field is pretty good. JT's here, DJ's there. Neither one of them are on the card this week. We have 7 bets though. The card's loaded. Last week we only had 3, I think. So we loaded up this time. Let's get into it. First one up, Charlie Hoffman, top 30 for plus 135. There's not a lot of reasons other than he's just playing really, really good golf right now. In his last 5 starts, he has 4 top 20s and 2 of those are top 10s. He had a top 20 finish back in 2019 at this venue and a T11 back in 2016. That's all I got. Those are all the reasons, but we'll take Charlie Hoffman top 30 plus 135. Next up, the best short game on tour, Patrick Reed, top 10 for plus 190. In his last 5 stroke play events, Reed has a win at the Farmers, top 10s at the Masters and WGC Concession, and a top 25 at the Players. Despite being 59th in strokes gained tee to green, he's first in putting, which always helps no matter what tournament you're at. And his short game is second to none. By far the best on tour. Kind of stupid actually how good it is. And it makes sense for this golf course that he competes well on it pretty much every single year. In 2018, he was T2. In 2016, he was T7. In 2015, he was T2. The greens are smaller, so you need to get up and down. You need to make grindy pars. And that's what Patrick Reed does better than almost anybody on tour. I love Patrick this week. Top 10 plus 190. This week, it's the Paul Casey Invitational. So we're going to put him on the card, top 20 for plus 135. He's won this event 2 years in a row. He's going for the three-peat. It's only been done, I think, 8 times over the last 40 years, and Tiger Woods has 6 of those. Since the start of 2021, in 6 stroke play events, he has 4 top 10s and 2 top 5s, and only has 1 missed cut, and it was a couple weeks ago at the RBC Heritage. He's 14th in strokes gained approach, 24th in strokes gained tee to green, and has a top 50 short game. He's also in the top 50 when it comes to greens of regulation. Again, that's big. Greens get smaller. If you hit them in regulation, you're going to have pretty good looks at birdie all the time. So if he hits a lot of greens, he's going to make a lot of putts because he's a pretty good putter. Paul Casey, top 20, plus 135. I don't think anybody on the planet is playing better golf at the moment right now than Corey Connors. Since missing the cut at the Genesis Invitational, he's made 5 stroke play event starts. His finishes in order: 3rd at the Arnold Palmer, 7th at the Players, T14 at the Valero Texas Open, T8 at the Masters, and T4 a couple weeks ago at the RBC Heritage. He's 9th in strokes gained off the tee, 11th in approach, 9th tee to green. He's inside the top 10 in both fairways in regulation and greens of regulation. He finished T16 here back in 2018, his only start. I love Corey Connors this week. I think this is a great venue for him. It's a second shot golf course to finally get another win on tour. Corey Connors, top 10, plus 175. Going to one of the kids for this next one, Scottie Scheffler, top 20 for plus 135. He's still looking for his first win on the PGA Tour, and I think this venue is a great place to get it done. Since the start of the year, he's playing some really good golf. He had a top 20 at the Masters, runner-up at the Match Play, top 5 at Concession, a top 10 in Phoenix. I think he was top 20 at the Genesis. He's playing really good golf. This will be his first start in Tampa, but he's a great ball striker, and I think that fits his game very, very well. He keeps the ball in play, which is bigger Copperhead. He's inside the top 35 in both greens in regulation and fairways in regulation. Again, this is a great venue to get your first PGA Tour win. Scottie Scheffler, top 20, plus 135. Like I said, this is a second shot golf course, so why not pick one of the best iron players in the world? Russell Henley, top 20 for plus 135. In his last 24 rounds, he's 7th in strokes gained approach, 21st in strokes gained tee to green. Since missing the cut the Players, he's made 2 starts. T3 at the Honda and T9 at the RBC Heritage. He's in really good form. He had a top 10 here back in 2017. I just think he comes in, has a really solid week at the Valspar. Russell Henley, top 20, plus 135. In the last one, had to go with one of our boys. Rory's not in the field, so we went with Max, top 30 for plus 190. DraftKings did a really bad job this week of having top 20s and 30s available to everybody in the field. They were only like available to the bottom half of the field. So we went over to FanDuel and found some really good value for Max. Plus 190 for a top 30 is crazy. He had a really good week last week at the Zurich with Gooch. Top 20 finish in the NO. Aside from a miscut at the Players and the Masters, he's been one of the most consistent players on tour so far this season. He's inside the top 50 when it comes to strokes gained tee to green, and his putter remains really, really solid. He's never made a cut at this event, but since the last time he played in it, he was a much different player. Like now, he's a bona fide top 50 player in the world. I just think this golf course fits Max's game very well. He keeps it in play. He's a great ball striker. He's long off the tee. Max Homa top 30 for plus 190. And that's it, guys. That's the card for the Valspar. Enjoy the golf this weekend. It should be pretty good. The field's awesome. Hopefully DJ, JT, Max, all the guys are in the mix come the weekend. Enjoy the golf, and I'll talk to you guys next week.